Welcome to our latest news update, and first up, big news. Tesla has finally opened a showroom right here in Dubai, and the showroom and the service center covers 17,000 square feet, and you'll find it where else but on Sheikh Zayed Road, right opposite Burj Khalifa and the Dubai Mall metro station. What a momentous occasion. You've all been waiting for this, or so you've been telling me, because you've all wanted to rush out and buy a Tesla. Although to be fair, it's been available online for quite a few weeks now actually. But anyway, before you go to the showroom, you should probably visit your bank first and speak to your bank manager, because prices start from 281,350 dirhams for the Model S and 332,500 for the Model X. Oh, we have a review of the Model S on motoringme.com. Check it out on there, or on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/motoringmiddleeast. Somewhere I'll put the link around this window somewhere. We thought it was a very remarkably clever thing, but we were less convinced about its real-world application, particularly in our environment. I mean, the Model S, for example, can do 0 to 100 in 2.7 seconds, or it can do 632 kilometers. But not at the same time, because you'll drain the power if you use the performance. That's an issue. And what happens when you do drain the power? There's only 2 supercharger stations in the UAE at the moment. More are coming, and there are plenty of regular charging points. And you can charge it at home, of course, but that takes ages. Believe us, we tried it. And what do you do if you run out of power on the way home? Like we nearly did. Ooh, I don't even want to think about that. You can't just go down to a petrol station, get a jerry can, fill it up with fuel and go back to the car. It doesn't work like that, does it? So, personally, until we have a better infrastructure here, with lots of fast chargers in mall car parks and general car parks, I think electric cars are going to be a little bit of a fad in the region. Hybrids, I believe, as I've said before, are still the only way to go for the time being if you want to be friendly to the environment, which you should do, because icebergs the size of countries are breaking off and filling the oceans up with water and getting ready to drown us. This is happening, and the Mexican wall ain't gonna save us from that. Now check this out, the all-new Audi A8 has been revealed in Barcelona, although we got our first look of the car in the new Spider-Man movie. And by the way, it's very good, and if you haven't seen it, go and see it. Actually, everyone in the Marvel Universe seems to drive Audis, including, spoiler alert, Spider-Man himself. But for some reason, his spidey senses and Audi's excellent ergonomics seem to have let him down on this occasion, because they made a really big thing of him not being able to find the light switch on the Audi TT that he was driving. But I'm going to get really nerdy on a couple of facts here for you. First of all, when he grabs the car, the headlights are actually already on. So why did he need to turn them on again? And secondly, the latest Audis, and I should know because I'm running one at the moment, a long-term test on an Audi A5, and follow me just by typing hashtag MME Audi A5 and hashtag MME long-termer. But the latest cars, what they do is if you don't have the car already switched to automatic, it does flash up a warning the first time it senses that you should have the headlights on and tells you switch the car onto automatic. So by rights, they probably all should be on automatic anyway, so why would there be any need to switch on the lights? I don't know. Anyway, admittedly, not everyone drives an Audi in this movie. Michael Keaton's character, for example, drives an old Jaguar, and it looked very cool. And now, I really want an old XJ, let's be honest. And there was that one time that Tony Stark drove a brand new Honda, or is it Acura NSX? Except there wasn't a new one, it was actually an old NSX that was dressed up to look like a new one. Anyway, boy, have I digressed. The point is that the new Audi A8 is out. It's a handsome thing, and it's full of the latest technology and lots of autonomous driving features. There's loads of touchscreens inside, and while there's a 3-litre V6, the good news is there's still a 4-litre V8 and a 6-litre W12. I can't wait to give it a try. Although, would it be giving me a try? Now, look at this. Bentley has done a special edition just for the UAE, and it's to commemorate their new showroom, which of course is the largest in the world. Well, it's Dubai, it would have to be, wouldn't it? And nothing less would do. It's an interesting design, this showroom. Trouble is, every time I look at it, I can't shake the impression that it looks like something that you might wear, for example. Now, there is actually a link between these two, and if you can guess what it is, put it in the comments below. That would be interesting. Anyway, These new additions that they're making, and there's only 3 of them by the way, they're all prepared by Bentley's coach building division Mulliner, and they're based on the GTC V8S, which by the way I think is the best engine to have in the Continental. The V8 is fantastic. I've driven it, I love it, especially the S models, fantastic. Now each comes with orange, flame and ghost white paint combination and a tri-tone cabin color trim with a whole new interior trim that's actually called Sparkle Carbon. And how do they make Sparkle Carbon? Well, they do that by meshing carbon fiber with metal wire and copper foil. Interesting effect they end up with. So how much are these cars? Well, if you have to ask, then you really shouldn't be asking, quite frankly, because anyway, I suspect they're all sold, and I don't think underpants were included. Take a look at this video. This is Jaguar setting a new barrel roll jump record with the introduction of its new mini SUV, the E-Pace. Yeah, that's a bit of a thing. E-Pace. F-Pace? E-Pace? Okay. Anyway, stunt driving legend Terry Grant did this. He launched it 50 feet into the air and turned 270 degrees, pulling 5.5 G. My goodness, how did he not pass out doing that? Anyway, the E-Pace itself, the car that you'll actually buy, not the one that does the barrel rolls in the sky, will come with 2-liter 4-cylinder turbo engines. They'll be producing 246 brake horsepower and 269 brake horsepower. They'll have 9-speed automatics and of course all-wheel drive. Now, I'm a bit surprised that Terry Grant was quoted as saying that as far as he was aware, no production car had previously done a clean barrel roll jump. Well, I'm pretty sure that a very famous one did feature in a movie starring a recently much loved iconic actor who was playing a suave British civil servant. Extra brownie points if you can name the movie, the actor and the car in the comments below. You won't win anything, you just get my respect. Borgward is coming to the Middle East. What's a Borgward? Well, it's a minder for a cybernetic species that when it grows up wants to assimilate everyone. They normally look like this, but that image will give you nightmares, so instead take a look at this Borg instead. Meanwhile, I was lying. It's all just a ruse so that I could put up a picture of 7 of 9, which for some reason is still there, isn't it? Borgward is actually a German car company that ran from 1890 to 1963, and it was founded by Karl Borgward. Now his grandson, Christian Borgward, revived the company with Chinese money back in 2008. And in 2015, they launched the BX7 SUV. The smaller BX5 SUV was then later introduced in 2016. And now they've announced that they've just appointed 4 GCC dealers, so the car is coming here. Now they're talking about, as ever, it's a German product, they're talking about luxury owning and driving experience. And the cars are probably going to be going on sale towards the end of this year. So I reckon watch out for them at the Dubai Motor Show. They're probably going to turn up there. Not much more information than that. More as we get it. Stay tuned to Motoring Middle East channels, including our Facebook page. We'll put up anything that we know there. And finally, some would say this is big news. France has announced that by the year 2040, it intends to ban the sale of petrol and diesel cars completely. Well, if you thought that was bad, actually, Norway had already announced that it was going to do the same thing by the year 2025. That's just 8 years away. Now, some people have heralded this as the death of the internal combustion engine. And you know what? Frankly, they're probably right. But I don't think that petrol cars will cease to exist overnight. And certainly in our region, I don't think we're suddenly going to be switching over to electric cars because we just don't have the infrastructure, not for the time being. But on the other hand, the future is inevitable. The reality is that to enthusiasts like us, the news is all bad anyway, because what I don't understand, particularly with this 2040 deadline that France has announced, why some enthusiasts were up in arms when, frankly, I don't think we'll be driving cars anymore by that time. So what difference would it make what's powering the vehicle that you're being transported in? You're not going to be doing the driving. The reality is that even today, we are getting a lot of cars going on sale with semi-autonomous, if not nearly fully autonomous driving features already. So just think of it. We're talking 2040 here. So like I always say, cars, sports cars, driving, the internal combustion engine, the beloved V8, enjoy them now whilst you still can. Make the most of it, because in our lifetime itself, I believe that the most enjoyable aspects of cars and driving will be snatched away from us by the relentless advance of a future that demands we be more efficient with the use of our precious resources. And frankly, that is fair enough. I also believe, yes, I do, that driving itself will be banned one day. It'll be seen as dangerous and antisocial and unacceptable. I think that will happen. I even wrote a story about it, and it's called Stangstruck. There's a link somewhere. This is the graphic. Go check it out. Tell me what you think about it. I could be wrong. I hope I'm wrong. But let me know what you think. That's what the comments box are for. Tell us why I'm wrong. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this latest news update. Thanks so much for watching. Please do like, share and subscribe, and follow us. Follow Motoring Middle East on all the channels. Just search for Motoring Middle East on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter. It's very, very easy to find. You can also follow me, Shazad Sheikh, and I'll put some links here on the screen. Thanks so much. Until the next time.